go this evening for England. In goal, number 1, Marriott. Wearing 2. Number 3, Jess Carter. Wearing 4, Kira Woso. Number 5, your captain, Leah Williamson. Wearing 6, Alex Greenwood. Number 7 is Jess Naz. Wearing 8, Georgia Stanway. Number 9, Alessia Russo.
It's the reigning European champions against the reigning Olympic gold medalists. And let's have a look at the two lineups. The debate around who should start at centre-back. Well, it's Millie Bright who misses out this time. Let's see if it's Greenwood or Carter at centre-back to partner Williamson. Jess Park is preferred to Grace Clinton in midfield. And with no Lauren Hemp, an opportunity for Jess Naz to start back-to-back England games for the first time. If England have important absentees, so do the US. Their dynamic attacking trio of Swanson, Rodman and Smith are all unavailable, but the quality runs deep, and Emma Sears and Alyssa Thompson are two burgeoning talents in the front line. Arsenal fullback Emily Fox is the sole WSL representative, though Centurion Rose Lavelle did have a short spell at Manchester City. Celia Williamson, she does start tonight. England captain, and there's the US captain, Lindsay Horan. None more experienced than her in the US ranks. And the two sets of players take the knee. Captains wearing rainbow armbands as well. Football for all. Away we go. Wembley welcomes the Olympic champions. And what a game lies ahead. England seriously tested against Germany and likely to be the case against the US. But Naz with a first ball into that penalty area, but claimed in imperious style by Alyssa Nair. And the first touch at Wembley, Emma Sears, a big occasion for her.
I'll tell you what, it's such a marquee game this, Seb. The USA standard bearers for women's football for lots of years before it became as popular as it is now. I think Serena Wiegman could have done without the injuries that she's had, but she'll get to look at a few players over the next couple of games. But this is a tough game for England, particularly how the last international break and the performances there.
And it is indeed. You see there Carter at centre-half. He's been playing a lot at left-back for England. And Mead walking off the left.
Yeah, we're looking at how England were going to set up, and they just lacked the balance, particularly here against Germany. You know, and they didn't have a left footer in the back four. It did cause problems. Alex Greenwood, a great passer of the ball, and just balance that back four out a little.
Coffey under pressure, taken off her by Park. Big night for Jess Park as well. Given the nod in that attacking midfield role. No Ella too in the squad this time round due to injury. Again, Hugo. Garner, one of the standout centre-halves in world football at the moment. Experienced Sonic next to her. Forced back to Nair, who will retire from international duty after these two matches for the US. They face the Netherlands next. First this match at Wembley, of course. Lavelle out to Horan. Under pressure from Naz. Uga. Past those behind US captain and Stanway. England couldn't retain the ball. And here's Lavelle. Adds that classy touch to that US midfield with a pass forward. Is knocked up by Bronze. And Walsh finds space for Park. Urged forward. Mead. So you can see on the right-hand side for England. As was on the left against South Africa initially.
A great example there of England will not have a moment to think in central midfield, particularly if the USA have pushed themselves forward. They won the ball back quickly from Stanway there.
Gelmer. Calm in that back line. Moran is the first free kick. Our referee on this one, experienced Nina Letovara from Finland, and as a complete team from Finland, plus VAR tonight. And goal line technology at Wembley. It was also the case when these two sides met a couple of years ago. England victorious on that occasion.
A couple of things on England's shape. You can see it's like a 4-4-2, but it's inside the USA's shape. You know, they're quite wide, trying to be expansive, making the pitch big. Two wide players. England just trying to stay inside of that and defend those central areas.
German to Kruger. Chance on the ball, Coffey. To say this is the USA's first choice midfield three, you might say, but Rose Lavelle was dropped for the Olympic final for Corbin Albert, who was on the bench, the young midfielder at PSG. 6 substitutions permitted tonight. So I expect to see her at some point. Moran. Kruger. By Stanway, who is probably one of the first names on the England team sheet.
She's certainly in great form for Bayern. We know that Serena Wiegman's loyal, but certainly to players like Stanway, it's key that she plays in central midfield.
The first attack for the US. Sears. That's not a bad ball, actually. And lots of time to take the chance for Thompson. But there was Mary Earps in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, the time just seemed to stand still there. But Thompson looked like she could have 2 or 3 touches, just going to get closer to it. Can she be closed down? She had time to pick out a spot, but Mary Earps, we're pleased with that touch.
Important early save from England's current number 1. So Lavelle with the corner. A bad set piece, and they can be very dangerous from set pieces, the US. But watched wide in the end. They got the likes of Haran in the box, but Mary Earps showing her worth.
Yeah, I mean, look at the space that Thompson had. Good save from Mary. Good for her as well. You know, it's difficult. You know, she's not rightly the established number 1 at the moment. She's been flipping between Hannah Hampton and Mary Earps. I think as a goalkeeper, it's important that you start well.
In Serena Wiegman's lineup, there was a distinct impression that she was taking out players who'd been coached by Emma Hayes. And there's Jess Carter's still in there, but there's a few who aren't. Including Millie Bright and Hampton herself. So there's Gardner tight to her, and that's going to be some tussle. Sonic. Some early loose passes from the United States, but to be in their flow already. Sears. And Lavelle in support. Fox. It's cut out by Greenwood. And England break. Mead. Walsh. Get round Haran. It takes some doing, but she's managed it just about.
Yeah, Kira Walsh is used to receiving the ball. She's the main progress through that centre of England's midfield, but if Lindsay Haran is up there, she'll certainly press straight away.
A lot of power in that US midfield. It always has been. But look at Nass. Getting away here. Options in the middle for Nass, and Germer calm defending in the end.
Terrific defending. I mean, Naz is quick, but Germer just made up probably 2 or 3 yards then.
Naz again. Just won't get to that. Thompson back there defending Kruger. They're trying to pass their way out here, the US. They didn't quite work out that time. Back and Carter and now Williamson. Walsh, Bronze. But we'll put the ball out of play here because the US captain, well, she's not putting it out just yet. I don't think she wanted to, Lucy Bronze.
She didn't. It's quite interesting there. It's just a lunge in from Stanway, stood on Haran's foot, and that will be painful. But just looking at the way that England is set up whilst they're defending high up the pitch there, and it's quite an aggressive shape, but it's just so that the USA don't get a quick getaway when they regain possession.
Germa showed her ability, her recovery ability there to defend in that channel as well.
Yeah, nice little ball from Bronze. Naz did well using the body, but Naz just needs to be aware that Germa is not just going to let her run away. This is a tough game to start, you know, for the likes of Jess Park and Jess Naz.
So maybe missing a lot of important players, but they do have some world-leading players in this side, the USA, and a world-leading manager in Emma Hayes, Ballon d'Or winner. Two of the best on the touchline tonight.
Absolutely, covered the USA all the way through the Olympics, and it's just that sort of mentality. They always have that winning mentality, but she just introduces the structure around it, the culture, and she's a real good leader, Emma Hayes, and I think that was what did it for the USA in the end at the Olympics. Brilliant.
Thompson took that off the toes of Bronze, and Lavelle did well to make sure the US couldn't break quickly there. Fox. Sonnet. To Kruger. Kruger at the moment being put under a lot of pressure in possession. And now Park. Thompson, who's got back well a few times in the first 10 minutes. To help on that side. Mixture of youth and experience in this US lineup. For Centurions. Also players with only a few caps. Coffey. Williams hasn't been involved too much yet, but Haran will look for Williams again, and Carter. That is why she's at centre-back tonight, you feel?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the USA, whoever's playing up front, they can just play that ball forward into space, and someone will get on the end of it just because of the pace that they've got in forward areas.
And the two was on the pitch there. Thompson not too pleased. Rightly so. That's the ball we're working with. Thompson to get us going again. Sonnet. Germa. He will be a US captain one day. Haran, the current captain. Bronze forced back.
The USA are always looking for that running behind in that inside channel, whether it's Haran or whether it's Lavelle. Just from those central midfield players that are just playing in front of Coffey, who sits in midfield.
Haran. Fox. Sears. Sears taking on Greenwood and forced all the way out in the end, but so there's a big night for Emma Sears, forward for Racing Louisville. Had her first start against Argentina, scoring start as well. It was the last game that the US played. Last international break, 3-0 victory. Kruger. Coffey. To Haran. And Bronze almost caught out there, but did the work in the end.
Yeah, the defending Lucy Bronze, just a little bit better recovery needed from England. Not the back four necessarily, that the players that have gone beyond when England lost it there with Naz.
So another US corner, their second in the first 12 minutes. And Haran waiting, being marked by Carter. There's a presence from set pieces. Ball swung in over the head of Haran, headed away by Bronze. Fox taking on Naz. Fox gets away from her, and Fox can't beat the first defender. England under pressure here, and Mead hoping for a free kick and just about getting one.
Oh, she did well there, Mead. Just a little bit too easily beaten down. England's left, USA's right by Fox. But Mead was there, used all their experience to ensure that England ended up with the ball.
He's trying to pick out Stanway, but instead more pressure. Thompson. There's a goal coming here for the US with this pressure. Coffey. Kruger dropping in towards Haran. Knocked on by Park. Woso can't quite win it back, but here's Park. Got no way through.
They've basically, Seb, just got a ring around them. They move up the pitch, the units are close together, the USA, and England are struggling to find that outlet because the USA have just got them pinned right back.
And the crowd can sense that. Fox. Into Sears. First goal coming against Iceland, and then the first start against Argentina. Williams. Haran. Haran, that's not a bad ball actually in the end. Lavelle keeping it in play. Sears is in support. Fox. Being pushed back here, the Lionesses. Coffey. Greenwood. A bit different to the Germany game in the fact England quite high up the pitch. They're not at the moment.
No, I think they're just making sure that they're just going to get through this period of time. England, because USA certainly on top.
Prepared to run with the ball though, and this is interesting. It will be an early yellow card. Sam Coffey doesn't argue the case because she'd been turned.
The first 15 minutes, USA have managed to stop England in the tracks in those sort of areas. Got past Coffey then with just a little bit of power there. Rousseau. England just need to string a few passes together just to get themselves into the game. It's difficult because such is the legs in this USA team that they haven't got a moment to think. They've got to move the ball quick.
It's a very interesting team that Sarina Wiegman picked tonight. She knows she's up against one of the great tacticians. She stated that as well. The in-game changes of Emma Hayes could be key tonight. I think Sarina Wiegman enjoys that sort of challenge. There's Williamson. Out on by Bronze. Naz. Bronze. Playing with Naz for the first time down that side. So used to having Mead there or Hemp there.
I think Sarina Wiegman said before the game it's about experimenting with players, different relationships on the pitch.
Terrific ball from Stanway. Mead. Parkins there. Here is Park. On the turn, might fancy this and didn't quite get it right in the end.
Yeah, more positive from England. He's always in that space, so it's about having a look now. Just Park just arrives just at the right time. It's just getting enough on that shot. Wasn't quite able to do that. It's positive.
See will the US choose to pass out from the back. I think Inez said that won't be the case. I'm not happy with the time that the US goalkeeper's taking with this one. Williamson. Williams. Coffey. Haran. Gurma. Haran. Rescued that. Sonnet. And the reigning Olympic champions, you have to say at the moment there isn't a bigger test than facing this US side. Reaching the Olympic final. Coffey. Thompson. Williams. Looking for Sears. Held up. Only slightly though. Fox. Sears. The cross to the back post where Haran had peeled away. Haran couldn't keep her footing. Williamson forward, but it's going to come back again.
USA passed the way quite easily through England's press there, but England recovered well.
There's Haran, plenty of touches for her so far. Thompson. And Alyssa Thompson, a young player who, only a teenager, made her debut at Wembley. Tonight facing off against the world's best right backs, Lucy Bronze.
It's a big chance for Thompson as well. The usual front three that are not playing for USA. Both Williams and Sears have got an opportunity to put their name in there.
Lead forward, straight to Sonnet. Haran. Coffey. Kruger to German. More of the ball so far, the visitors. Sonnet looking for Sears, just read it in the end.
I think after the Germany game, Seb, I think it's important for England here that they set out safe so that they're organised, they don't concede early like they did against Germany, and then they can feel the way into this game. This is a difficult game. You've already seen the way that the USA dominate possession, you know, that they press well when they've not got it, and then they've got runners when they do, and it's a difficult test. And this is obviously why England are playing teams like the USA, preparing for the Euros next year, playing against really difficult teams.
And this could be an issue for England here. Here's Mead. As we always say, if you can get out, then you've got hope. Surely offside here, but flag down for now. Woso. Now Park. And the diagonal was on there.
Did look offside originally in Russo's run, but England got past the press of USA. I think that's important. If you're going to try that, he's got to make sure it works.
Teams expect teams to play out from the back now, so they're ready. Put that pressure on, but this is good neck-back play from England. Park collecting from Mead. Inside to Stanway. Wide it will go to Bronze. Not quite in the air, but Bronze may have been caught there. And the referee does get the free kick. There's a slight delay on it. She saw Bronze on the ground.
As USA moved as a group towards the ball, it just allowed a bit of space for Lucy Bronze, who just got caught in the end. Kruger, but this is a set piece, an opportunity. Take them all you can. You're not moving back under the pitch that much in the opening 21 minutes or so.
We've got one of the best referees around at the moment, in Tavara. It's a big contest. This is a big position here for England. Usually when there's a set piece, Greenwood is involved. Russo and Bronze and Williamson wait. And that is in there as well. Carter staying back. So Millie Bright to aim for. Greenwood laps to the back post. But asking too much of Lucy Bronze.
What you lose in Millie Bright's prowess at set pieces, you've got with Greenwood the delivery. First time we've really seen her.
And there in the middle, Millie Bright, who has such a close connection with Emma Hayes. So many years, so many trophies. Current US boss. Maybe that's why she's not playing tonight.
doesn't look particularly happy about it, but that is just Millie Bright all over. She wants to play, she wants to win, she is a winner.
Frank Kirby sat next to her, another player had many a year under Emma Hayes, 9 years at Chelsea. So on the bench. Park. Let's be honest, Serena Wiegman's not going to pick a team for sentimental reasons. A team to try and help in the preparation for the big tournament next summer.
I think she's not ruthless.
Naz, a touch allowed. The US to break forward, and Lavelle be dangerous in those sort of positions. Does feel already though a bit of a toe-to-toe encounter. Mead. And it goes too much though on the pass to Greenwood, who was actually frustrated with the pass as soon as it was made.
Yeah, well, she's got herself up the pitch really for the first time. It's a bit cat and mouse, but it's certainly the USA wingers are winning those sort of battles, pinning England back as much as they can. And that's where the pace is in the USA team.
Carter at the moment following Williams around. Williams, it seems, wants to match up with the centre halves. It's all about learning lessons, isn't it, really, when you're preparing for a tournament. And Serena Wiegmann will be thinking of that Germany game. As England had Ertz, who didn't start that match. Carter into Walsh. He's always prepared to. Greenwood. Put that England backline under pressure. Good save from Mary Earps to deny Thompson. Might be in here though. Sears been a little indecisive so far, but working hard. Trying to win it back there. And then Mead, see what she was trying to do, and almost caused England a problem. Does feel on the edge at the moment, every pass.
Yeah, it's an aggressive shape out of possession for the USA, so they just put themselves right on the back four, and it's difficult for England to get out. Sometimes you've got to play that longer pass, but then you need to see white shirts in front of you, and sometimes England players at the back haven't seen that.
Coffey. You know the US's big target is the World Cup, and they know England are the sort of side they're likely to meet en route to trying to win that competition. So it's been important preparation for them. And of course, England's prize is closer at hand in the European Championship in Switzerland, I should say. Sweden, one of the sides still struggling to reach it. They had a playoff, they're in the playoffs at the moment, beat Serbia the other night. Greenwood, and now Carter. Be more and more comfortable on both feet, and that switch was lovely to Bronze, and Bronze can charge forward, and she does take some stopping when she does this. Lucy Bronze, can she pick the pass? She was looking for Mead, and Fox, who is against her club teammate on that side, covering well.
Yeah, Bronze just needed Mead right on the edge of a position so that that ball would meet her into space, but that's better, and they sort of tend to flood the ball side USA, which leaves the opposite fullback and the opposite winger in a bit of space for England.
Not many right backs in the women's game who can do what Lucy Bronze just did there, initially driving forward but released by that pass from Carter. There's Carter again taking that ball. He's her football in the United States now. For all those years at Chelsea. I don't know why she's in the starting lineup. No longer at Chelsea. Carter.
I had an interview with Lucy Bronze. She said she's not as good as she was a few years ago, but a few years ago she was one of the best in the world, and that is why she is a good player, by the way. You know, she sort of brought that, what years ago we'd have called the USA mentality to the England team.
She spoke about there being a rivalry between these two. Bronze, put it forward to Russo. There's Coffey, doing a lot of that covering work at the base of the midfield. Thompson, and Naz trying to help out. There's a challenge from Walsh. In the end, disrupted the move enough because there wasn't a player over on that side. There's a touch from Walsh.
That's why England just always need to be wary, because the outlet that the USA have got is Thompson down that left-hand side and Sears down the right, and she's a quite willing runner. It's a really tough outlet to deal with.
Even though they are missing, let's say, the big three, espresso as they find themselves. Johnson, Smith and Rodman not available tonight. There is still plenty of quality at the US's disposal. So, Rose Lavelle. She's looking for Haran. And Germa, who are together. Lavelle will hang it towards Haran. And it drops to Germa. And they'll have a player down. And Greenwood. The moments at the back again. We know England are strong from set pieces, but the US are up there as well.
Yeah, and Millie Bright is a miss, you know, in terms of her height, physicality for defending those sort of situations.
It's interesting, Carter doesn't go up for the set pieces. This throwing will be taken eventually. Williams. Once again on with it, Fox. And it's going to go behind Solid in the end, so England have a throw in near halfway, both sides guilty of errors on the ball in this first half an hour. Emma Hayes, she's thinking of how things are progressing so far for her side. We know she knows all about England.
Yeah, well, the USA have had just a touch of majority of possession. Not been that many chances, clear-cut chances in the game just yet.
Around. Such a figurehead in that US midfield. They've had many over the years. They're trying to play it forward, cut up by Stanway. Naz. Williamson. Walsh. See Coffey straight away trying to close Walsh down, but couldn't get to her in time. And Walsh play those sort of passes. Bronze inside is Stanway. Possession up the field now. There's been too many of those sort of loose passes though so far. Kruger. Nicely done by Haran. And it's opened up for the US here. Thompson continuing after this one. She's got loads of time now. Ron's in front of her. Thompson. She's got a clear. Kruger shot. Palmed away. And a chance to put it away for Williams. Sears. Now Fox. She plays the diagonal in. Down goes Haran. And the referee had blown the whistle England's way.
Yeah, interesting if that had ended up in the back of the net, but obviously Bronze goes from the furthest up the pitch for England to making sure that she's the one for the block. It's a good effort. Mary Earps keeps it out, but it just goes into the path of Williams, and it's defended well in the end. It's been full tilt defending at times for England, but they've got that clean sheet at the moment.
Kicking every ball. Thompson, who only turned 20 at the beginning of this month. Kruger shot there. She's never scored for the US, so that would have been a moment if she'd put that one away. And Kruger, seeing Nas, get their Germa, always in place. 60th cap for Casey Kruger. What was in that time? So close there. Bronze. To find Mr. Stanley Woso. The link-up play flashes.
I think in those sort of areas England have to move the ball a little bit quicker. The USA defend well, they get right in the face of whoever's on the ball, wherever they are on the pitch.
They're not committed to a high press here to stop the US from building out. Can build out. Here's Germa. Sense that England are desperate not to be caught high up the pitch.
Yeah, I mean it's sensible. You know, you're playing the best team in the world at the moment, arguably. So what you don't want to do is leave any sort of space and make it easy for them to exploit.
Germa. Kruger. Stanley. Players in this England squad have struggled for game time. Stanway's not one of them. Serena of England's always been loyal to the players who took her to Wembley 2.5 years ago now. She would have, of course, been delighted if those chances had gone in. But the focus now, you can see, always in-game management, a big part of Emma Hayes' approach. You can make changes, but that's loose from Kruger. Park. Sonic tight to Park. Can keep the pass away. Greenwood. Stanway. Nas. Williamson. Forward from Walsh, you don't see those too often. Williamson, England trying to be progressive here. It's worked out. Park to slide it through, not quite. Woso was waiting.
I think it was quite an obvious pass then into Woso, but it's good support from behind from England. As soon as they get in those sort of positions, they've got the pass behind. And they've got the bodies up the pitch.
Good defensive work there from Williamson. Thompson was trying to get away. This is a better spell for England. Only had the one attempt so far. Bronze. These two nations last met. It was a tight affair. They also had a goal disallowed to make it 2-2. Chances at both ends. England were victors that day. No goal so far. Mead. Greenwood. How good on the ball Alex Greenwood is.
Yeah, and it suits the lopsided shape where Bronze goes further up on the right and she just tucks in next to the other two centre-backs. It suits Alex Greenwood.
Oh, that's loose from Williamson. Horan lacking support, but Williams is up with her. Looking back for Horan, and then Horan challenged fairly into the referee. It's on it. Fox. Miscommunication there coming at the end of a decent spell for England.
Yeah, and luckily for England, the USA weren't incisive, and a couple of times they've won the ball back. They haven't been incisive enough. The USA in the final third.
Kruger. Lavelle to clip it into Williams. Carter's header. Not quite dropped for Sears, and Beth Mead back there defending. Defending well in the air.
Yeah, because of England's shape, it just means that Beth Mead has to do that. She's done it a lot already in this first half. Get back and help and double up with Greenwood.
Most England players, just the way it is, they will raise their game for a game like this. Fox again taking a time on the throw. Lavelle. Fox to Sonny. German. Sonny to Fox. Still on the line to Sears. And Carter. Sears just didn't have that sort of time. Carter had her lined up with a shoulder to shoulder. That is the sort of physicality you're allowed in football nowadays.
It's been a difficult start for Sears in this game. She's just starting her USA international career. We'll get a few of those, I'm sure, during it.
Lavelle, tidy on the ball, gets it back, not quite from Moran. Well, marshaled by Stanway. Thompson, some lively moments so far. Coffey to Thompson, there's Bronze. Sonny.
Yes, they do similar to England, but apart from the left back is the one that goes high. Tucked in the right back position.
Here's Haran. Haran drifting across. Germa. Fox. Sears. Drop of the shoulder. Greenwood mopping up, and Walsh booting it downfield for Kira Walsh. Greenwood with a long pass downfield. It's Russo.
It's difficult for Russo, it's difficult for England to have an outlet because Mead's been pushed back to defend. And that's similar on that right-hand side, so Russo's just got to wrestle to get a hold of the ball.
We had about 5 goals by now in the England-Germany game. This one, a lot more cagey.
This is cagey. That was chaos.
To see the like. Very offensive. Last time that was. Fox. Managers know they don't want to see that again.
Yeah,
managers on that.
Yeah, USA certainly have not been afforded the space that Germany were afforded here at Wembley. When we're aggressive, just far too open at the back with the mistakes. That bit's tightened up.
Kruger. Coffey. Sonny. Coffey shrugs off Russo. Coffey looking to link up again. And Russo should get the break this time. Hear that surge in volume from the English supporters, but she couldn't quite get away.
Yeah, and she's on her own. You saw no players around her because they're all back in the defensive shape, just trying to stop the USA getting through. So it's about, can they get the ball up to Russo, then can they get bodies around to support her?
Let's go over again. Sliding in was Walsh, but couldn't win it cleanly. Lavelle, who is quick on the ball. 2019 World Cup, she was arguably the player of the tournament. The player of the tournament was Lavelle.
It's incredible to stay in this team. So Iran have done around this squad for as long as they had. When you look at how deep the talent pool is in the USA.
Germa playing it long. He's on the cover. Sonny. Roberts is back again. You'll see more of the ball in this first half. Created more chances as well now. This is a tester for Carter. Williams behind her.